Hey, welcome everybody to the Rad Dad Podcast. We're back for another episode. And today I wanted to bring in one of my friends. I've known him for a while now. Great guy, father of two, awesome husband, and works in medical grade skincare. So we're going to talk about how to look pretty, how to look good as a dad and skin routines and what you can pass down to your kids as well. So Brett, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, thank you. Again, my name is Brett Bailey. I am friends with Jonathan for like 8 years now, 9 years.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. But like you said, father of two, and I am in medical grade skincare. And like I always say, look good, feel good, dad good, you know?
I would say if you walked into a room and there's 10 women, at least half of them have had some sort of injectable or medical grade skincare that they keep in their cabinet. So, it's great that we're talking about it. What kind of routine would you recommend for let's say the average dad out there?
Yeah.
And we'll talk first of, let's say you have an unlimited budget and then you have a scaled down budget.
Sure.
Like, hey, give me one or two products on the scaled down budget side.
Sure. So we can start on the scaled down budget side because it doesn't have to be complicated. And I think that's the problem with not talking about it. Like you said before, is people don't know what to do. I think a lot of people want to know. And since I've been in the industry, I've had calls. I mean, for you, for instance, you had experience with it, but you asked me what to use, right? Because you're comfortable asking me, right? Because you know that I'm in the industry. I have friends that call me all the time. Hey, what are you doing? Why do I look like an old man and your skin doesn't look like you look like we were in college, right? Yeah. So I think people want to know, and I think talking about it makes people more comfortable about it. So yeah, I think just to get started on something simple, so it's not so overbearing when you get started. There's what I call the 4 pillars of skincare, and if you don't have these 4 pillars, then this is where to start, right? So a good cleanser doesn't have to be anything special. And Revision has some great cleansers, Elta MD, Skin Better, Zeo. People have good skincare, or you can get Cetaphil, right? Wash your face with something good other than a bar of soap, right? Wash your face with a facial cleanser, okay? So first step, good cleanser. Second step, sunscreen. That's something that I'm kicking myself for not wearing sunscreen when I was a kid growing up on Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Well, you're
right?
a Florida boy.
Right.
So
yeah, we were putting tanning
anything.
oil in, and we were putting lime in our hair, like that whole thing. So once you realize the skin damage that sun can cause, and now blue light from computer screens, tablets, our phones. We hold our phones in front of our face right before we go to bed. Antioxidants.
So blue light can actually damage
blue
your skin?
light can give you as much free radical damage as we can get from the sun. So it's important if you're working in front of computers, those blue blocker sunglasses, those are a thing for a reason, right? So why wouldn't you think that that's affecting your face, the skin on your face, right? It makes sense, but
so
it's
all
actually
new work
giving
from
off
home people.
Yes.
You need some sunblock now.
Absolutely. Vitamin C is good for protecting against the blue light from the screen. So that's obviously very important to use a sunscreen, right? Lots of great options for sunscreens out there. Again, doesn't have to be overly complicated. There's a product from Revision that I wear specifically, and it's called IntelliShade Clear. It's an anti-aging moisturizer with an SPF 50. It feels like you're putting on a moisturizer. It doesn't feel chalky like you're putting on facial sunscreen. It doesn't make your face stick. It feels nice. You're putting on moisturizer. It's anti-aging, and you got your sunscreen. So the best sunscreen you could buy is one that you're going to wear every day, right? So for me, this one feels good. It doesn't feel like I'm putting on a whole bunch of crazy stuff. It smells like vacation to me. And
so it's funny you say that, because on our Hawaii vacation, it's the only product I took with me.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll be outside, but I don't want to bring everything. So it's like that seems like it's good to just take that one bottle.
Yep, exactly. Easy to reapply. So that's, for me, what I use. We have a couple other tinted moisturizers that can be a foundation, mostly for the ladies. But again, as we're talking about it, something taboo, a lot of men are starting to wear some coverage, right? It's 2022, people are wearing it, and we do have some of those options too. So I have put it on before. I've got a facial from a training, and I wore it home just to see if my wife Jessica said anything, and not a word. So didn't even know it was on there. So
well, I know you didn't
it's
see
unassuming.
this, and this is my first time doing it, but I'm proud of myself. Today was the first day I did my makeup here for the studio.
Okay. Yeah, looks good. I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, producer Joe usually does it, and it's one thing I had to get used to with doing podcasts is I've got a big forehead. So it's shiny with all these lights. Yeah. So today I was very proud of myself. I was like, oh, look, I did the little powder. I don't own any. I only use it here in the studio. But again, like you said, it's kind of passe to talk about. Men don't talk about it. It's just like, I put on makeup today. It's fine. Right. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm glad we're talking about it now, right? And thanks for offering me some. I didn't get any.
So you look too good. I mean, what people don't know is you're actually 50 years old.
Yeah, I'm 54. As of yesterday. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's just kidding.
I think whether you want to wear a tinted sunscreen or not, it should be up to you. If you like the way it looks, you do whatever makes you feel good, right? So cleanser, sunscreen, and then the next two are going to be more treatment products. So vitamin C. Vitamin C is an antioxidant. It's going to be good for coloration, helping the skin. So vitamin C is super, super important. We have a very phenomenal vitamin C product called C Plus Correcting Complex. By no means do you have to run out and get it, but any kind of medical grade skincare is going to be a great vitamin C to get you started. So, and then lastly is a retinol. Retinol to be done for skin cell turnover 2 to 3 times a week. But just a fantastic product. I have a product called DJ Night that I use with my retinol. It's a low dose retinol, 0.25, very small percentage. But very, very hydrating. It's built into an anti-aging moisturizer already, so you're getting lots of hydration. A lot of people are scared of retinol because it causes like redness and irritation, and they've had probably bouts with it back in the day when they had acne and did it in high school.
And so it makes my face red.
Right. So it's associated with it, but our product is great. Again, medical grade is different from the over-the-counter stuff that you get, from Walmart and Target. So this medical grade stuff, it's built into an anti-aging moisturizer, so you're going to get moisturization that's going to help combat that redness and dryness, but also the ingredients in there, I won't get too far into it, but they're just going to be better for your skin, less aggressive, and they're meant to treat you, not just to put on your face, but it's a treatment product. So with that being said, I'll reiterate the 4 pillars: sunscreen, cleanser, vitamin C, and a retinol. Those are the 4 things you need. Once you get those 4 things, then you can venture out and get into some of the other things. I like Revision as a brand for the simplicity of it. As we're talking about simplicity and getting started, our products can be combined together. So you can do a pump of one product in your hand and a pump another product, cocktail them together, and then put them on your face, right? So you don't have to do this long, drawn-out regimen of.
Well, you should have told me that. I just do each a little bit at a time.
Well, you could do that. You certainly can. You certainly can, right? But for me, I just pump them into my hand, put them on, and I think that leads to compliance because when we're talking about guys, like we barely wash our face, right? So we're lucky if we do that before bed, right? But if you have a step-by-step regimen with 4 different steps that you have to do, like chances are probably not going to do it. But if you can make it easy and still be effective, that's what's great. And so that's why I say when I talk about these products like the IntelliShade Clear, that's 2 products in one. It has vitamin C in it as well. So it's got your vitamin C in your sunscreen. You're pretty much good there. Retinol is nighttime only. My product DJ Night has retinol and vitamin C in it. It's an anti-aging. So it's just a one-stop shop. You're good to go. So it's like one product, wash your face, one product, wash your face, one product at night. So it's pretty easy and it's really not going to break the bank. It's better, it's more expensive than stuff you get at Target, but it's clinically proven to work. So I'd rather spend a little bit more money on something that works than spending a little less money on something that you're not really sure what's in it.
No, and what I would say to add on to that is that the medical grade skincare you can only get at a med spa. Mm-hmm. So now you have a professional to talk to instead of Mindy down at your local Target, and
right.
She has no idea what any of the products are, what the differences are, how they work. Mm-hmm. She just works in the beauty department. Whereas if you walk into a med spa and regardless of what brand, we'll use Revision since you work for them and you're here, But now you have someone who's an expert that can talk to that, why they even carry Revision, because not every med spa carries it. So it's, going through the process and talking to, hey, here's how you use it in a routine. Here's how much it costs. What's your budget? What are you looking for? What are you trying to take care of? Like you mentioned initially, you had the crow's feet right here.
Yep.
So you're like, I don't want to get Botox yet. What
are my options? Yep.
Revision has it. So you can go that route and utilize it that way.
Yep.
So, if you had an unlimited amount of budget, for the people out there that have that, what would you suggest on top of those 4 pillars to add on?
Yeah. Once you hit those 4 pillars, there's really so much that you can do for your skin. And the more I learn about it, the more I'm like, oh, I want that. I need that. Right. So my skincare regimen has over the years gotten very bougie. But I recommend obviously an eye cream after that. We want to treat our eyes, right? Not just underneath our eyes or on the sides of our eyes, but we can go on the eyelid for eye hooding as we get older, eye droopiness, right? So if you start protecting that early on, that's a good area to start treating, right? Eyes, everybody's looking at your eyes. It's what you look at the most with other people, right? Especially now in the days of Zoom and working from home and having all these calls, like everyone's looking and seeing what's going on. So eyes are very important, right? The other one is neck. So it's a very undertreated area, but it's almost always exposed. Like everybody's neck is exposed, except if you wear turtlenecks, which not my style, but hey, other people can rock them.
I've got a thick neck. They have never fit me right.
Yeah, you can squeeze that and pop that big forehead. Neck to Firm is our answer for that. So it's a neck cream. It's going to firm, lift, and tighten the skin on your neck. But skin on the neck is very thin. It ages 7 times faster than anywhere else on the body. It's always exposed and almost never treated the way that it should be treated because it is different than your face, right? So bringing your facial products down to your neck is okay, but if you have a product that's designed to treat the neck, that's even better, right? So treating the skin on your neck is very, very important. And you can see it's kind of a telltale sign of aging. You see these women, in Dallas and around, their faces look so nice and tight and smooth and clean, and then their neck is, aged and fine and wrinkles and crepey skin. So that's kind of a fun area to treat. You want to make sure you're treating that. Hands is another big one. Is always exposed, very thin skin, and then body. If you're not using a body moisturizer, your skin on your body, it's very important to treat. So we have a couple body products, or just a really good body product called Body Firm, and it's going to actually firm, lift, and tighten your skin. It actually targets fat, so it reduces fat when you put it on. I feel like I'm selling Revision right now, but you asked, right? But just treating all the skin on your body, making sure it's nice and moisturized, and treating it nice. But sunscreen for the body too. Obviously, we want to make sure we're wearing sunscreen out in the sun.
But one thing I always love to end the podcast with is, what's one thing that you want your girls to know, period?
One thing that I want them to know is I love them. I think for me, that's the most important thing that I could tell them, is that they are loved by their mom and their dad, that will always be there for them. So I think that if you can show your kid that you love them, they'll be so much better off in this world, knowing that somebody's there and has their back and they're loved and they can be who they want to be and who they truly are, and not have to worry about what other people think of them, because they can be unapologetically themselves. So I want them to know that I love them unconditionally.
No, that's beautiful, man. Perfect way to end the podcast. And thanks for coming on. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Wash your face, wear sunscreen.
Thanks for joining Rad Dad Podcast, everyone. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next episode.